I mean, I was just fast and just telling double questions. So just we'll have a small recap about double questions, and then we'll jump off to task one today. So today we are going to discuss about task one exclusively. So for past 3 days, we were, one second, let me share the screen. Second. Yes. From past 3 days, we are actually doing task two, which is obviously the weightage is more, and it is 40 minutes and 250 words, right? So the weightage is more. That's the reason we started task two first. And many of you guys also had some like questions like, can we start writing task two first and then jump to task one? No, right? Finish up the task one first and then do the task two. So so that you will have your peace of mind that okay, again you don't need to go back to task one, right? So you can completely spend your time on task two. So that is the reason, complete task one and then sit for task two. So anyways, we are going to discuss about task one today. A quick recap about these double questions again. Okay, yes. Okay, let's start. Okay, any questions, guys? As far as okay, let's start. And if you have any questions, we'll see into it. Okay, you can always type your questions in our chat box. Okay. Okay. So double questions. So double questions. Yes. Can you all see my screen? Can you type yes? Anyone?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted them to type yes. Okay. So yes, double questions. So in an essay, what is a double question? So obviously you will be writing this essay into 4 paragraphs, 4 to 5, maximum is 5. Okay. So introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, if required, body paragraph 3, otherwise conclusion. Okay. So the double question is something more like that. Today's people are traveling than ever before, right? So this is the question. So so the question is, today more people are traveling than ever before. That means people are traveling here and there vigorously, right? For work purpose, study purpose, this and that. So why is this case is asking, and what are the benefits of traveling for the traveler? So it's like a very easy question, right? Obviously, there are like benefits according to you. If you feel that yeah, yes, there are benefits, you can write that too. And also, if you feel anywhere you feel that okay, this might also lead to some problems, also you can face it. But this is not a problem question. But if you want to say something, because it's a free will, right? Essay is a free will. You can talk about anything here. So what is this case? That means why people are doing it. People are going abroad for higher education and in best universities. Then globalization made it requirement for businesses, people to travel, or business to travel across the world for work. Better connectivity. It's easy to fly to New Delhi, to New York, as compared to past, isn't it? So it is all true. So we're traveling for education, we're traveling for businesses, we're traveling or even to see the world, isn't it? Before to travel the entire world, it used to take years. People used to travel. I mean, those who are like travelers, they used to travel by boat or to sea, right? That is what they used to do, like maybe 200 years ago. Okay, so that time it used to take a lot of time. Now you can just travel seven seas in 7 days, maybe. Okay, so this is what it is. Then, yes, the question two is, what are the benefits? Okay, so you can divide this into in the body paragraph one. You can write why is this case, and body paragraph two, you can talk about the benefits. Okay, you can divide this question into this like this. Okay, see, end of the day, it's all your opinion, guys. Whatever you write, whatever you are going to present, whatever it's there in your mind, end of the day, it's all your opinion only. Okay, yes. Then the introduction, you can something write more. For more, you can use a lot or many people, individuals, again travel, to move around, or to roam. Okay, or today, nowadays, currently. So he's giving some keywords or giving some synonyms to paraphrase the question. Okay. Anyways, so yes. So here are some two sentences to how to paraphrase the question here. Okay. In the current era, a lot of individuals are moving around the world much frequently as compared to the past. Yes, it is undeniable that traveling has become much more popular as compared to the past. Both are one and the same. So writing in a different way is what is showing, right? Yes. What this paraphrasing of the question is showing. We can write in many ways, isn't it? So yes, this is a very, very beautiful way of paraphrasing. Okay, that is the introduction first sentence, and the second sentence would be thesis statement, and third sentence should be your or thesis statement with outline you can write. Okay, that would be your second and third sentences. So here is a thesis statement. The primary reason behind the extensive travel in the current world is global business opportunities and benefits. And travel benefits the individuals to gain valuable experience. Obviously, uh, a small explanation why yes, this is actually good because it benefits individuals and gain experiences and know the world, right? Yes. And another thesis statement is there are several reasons why this is happening, and this situation offers various benefits. Okay, that instead of not telling the entire thing or not explaining things, but you can do it in both the ways. So just a small intro about what you're going to say, right? So here is a nice sentence. There are several reasons why this is happening. Those reasons, anyways, you're going to explain it in the body paragraphs, isn't it? Body paragraph one or body paragraph two. Okay, situation offers various benefits. Okay, then now body paragraph one. See how beautiful is made. More people are taking trips for following reasons. Okay, you can start the sentence even with firstly, nowadays, or if you have already used nowadays in the introduction, use something else like more people, or firstly I want to talk about the advantages. Okay, or firstly I want to say that benefits. Okay, the benefits which I can see by traveling abroad. You can start like that, right? So there are many ways to start. Again, many more people, more people are taking overseas trips for the following reasons. Okay, it's a general thing, and again, one of the reasons is to get a better education. And first, these days, many students in the developing countries study in developed countries. Obviously, we always feel that a developed country has more resources, more or extensive way of teaching. Okay, or the teaching styles are different, or they have many facilities over there, or they have in-depth knowledge of the subject. Okay, or some people go for the practicality of that subject or study, isn't it? Okay, developed countries, because many of the schools and universities, they are highly quality. Okay, higher in quality. Okay, then for example, most of the top ranked universities in the world are located in countries like US and United Kingdom. Okay, you can talk about that. You were giving an example, and see here, giving a statement, then why it is, the reason, and then example and the result. Okay, so as a result, for more and more students are traveling to pursue a quality education. Okay, so this comes the body paragraph one, and body paragraph two would be another way of telling it. Okay, more and more advantages of it. Okay, so in addition, people may need to go to business trips overseas, and here is talking about business people, because we live in globalized world. A person working for a multinational company may often need to travel to another office, which is in the other countries, right? That's what I say. And also, you can also talk about the world has become a global village now, isn't it? That is true, isn't it? Yes. Also, businessmen and entrepreneurs often travel to neighboring countries in order to expand their business. So, first para is all about mostly it is all about what are the benefits in education, and how can they develop the career and all. And second paragraph, we've talked about the benefits for the businessmen, and obviously in general also people travel to see the world, right? Even you can include those points also. Okay. Yes. Yes, people who travel can experience, you can add some more to it and give your presentation. In first place, they gain invaluable experience through the time abroad. Obviously, that is what is the example of that is a person who would encounter different cultures and customs when visiting and living in another country, which could make him or her more open-minded. It is not only more open-minded, can start understanding people, yes, we move abroad, when we see things, when we come across different things, we have that broader understanding, not only open-minded thing, but also we become more sober, we become more nicer to other people, right? Yes, so that is the reason, if you travel, that gives you the person the utmost knowledge. Maybe that is the reason the saints, they used to travel from here to there to there, to understand things and to preach, maybe. Okay. Yes, as a result, people become more mature and open to diverse situations in life, obviously. So that's the beautiful way of telling it, body paragraph 2. And furthermore is explaining in the body paragraph 2. Okay, furthermore, here we have used in addition. Okay, so no need to be monotonous, we just change those words. What IELTS examiners want is, don't be monotonous. Okay, change words. Okay, they want you to give different kinds of words for same kind of meaning. Okay, that means they want to see you the range where you can use simple words, but different range. That's what they mean. It's not only high-end words, like I'm repeating one more time. It's not only high-end words, but simple words, but giving synonyms to it, paraphrasing to the given sentences. This is what they check. So for in addition, he has used furthermore. Okay, furthermore, people can also make new friends, blah blah blah. Okay, as a result, such friendship can could last longer, right? Consequently, the lives of both parties would be enriched. So it's about again gaining friends in abroad, and also it will also help in not only business but also in other relations also, right? Yes, people also get married over there, right? Yes. So conclusion is something like this, very beautifully given. In conclusion, so you can also start. I would pen down saying that. Okay, don't no need to be always monotonous. Many people write, I would conclude by saying that. So instead of that, write something else different, something different. I would pen down by saying that. Okay, then people go to overseas nowadays in order to receive a better education. Whatever you have done, said it in the previous paragraphs, again no need to invent any conclusion. Whatever you said it in the previous paragraphs, you're just summarizing it, you're compressing it and writing it, that's it. Okay, better education or to do business. Through going overseas, people can broaden their horizons. Okay, just open-minded thing, he has given it as horizon, because already that we have used open-minded in previous paragraphs. Now broaden their horizons and widen their social circle. Very nice, very nice. So yes, guys, these are the topic specific words. Okay, learn these kind of topic specific words whenever, because we already have uploaded these material in our website. When you go across these passages or essays, uh, underline these things or take out that word, write it in your rough book, where you can make your own dictionary. Okay, so that those words, obviously you're going to know the meaning, and you can construct one sentence to it. I'm talking like a school teacher, I know, but this is the way you improve your vocabulary. Many people ask, sir, how to improve my vocabulary? I want vocabulary. This is the way you should improve. Whenever you read a text, extract those words which are really eye catchy and has greater meaning, right? So you can use them not only in your writing but also in your speaking, guys. Okay, this will enhance your language. When you start using it in your writing and language, definitely your language will enhance. Okay, yes, through going overseas. I'm sorry. Through going overseas, these people can broaden their horizons and widen their social circle, given the above, it is recommended for that everyone should consider taking a trip overseas at least once in their life. I know taking going to overseas, it's not a great deal nowadays. People also go to nearby Asian countries. Okay, people also visit. If you really are, I mean, your financial background is really good. People can also travel to far countries like Switzerland and US, UK, right? You can go there. Yes. Yeah, can you do this? Okay. Yes. So, so double-ended questions are all of these things. They're example questions again. All these are taken derived from the past papers. You can have a look at it. Okay. If you want, you can also access it from our website again. From our notes. From our material. Okay. Yes. Let's go to the task one. Okay, so yes, this is our main topic for today's. Okay, we are going to discuss task one today and tomorrow. Okay, this is the topic. So, what is task one in IELTS? That too in writing. Task one in writing is all about illustrations, or for example, I'll tell you in simpler words, a diagram like a pie chart or a bar chart or a or a process like, for example, process of extracting energy from solar system, or process of generating solar energy, or process of making cement, or how the honey is processed, or sorry, how many honey is extracted, something like that. Or even you can have a small what do you call, diagram of honey bee, where from egg to from adult fly. Okay. Or a salmon fish from a egg to again an adult fish. Okay, so everything will be in illustration. I mean, a diagram is given. Okay, obviously the entire data is given over there, what to write, and what is the diagram all about, and how to actually make sentences through it. That is our thing, what we have to do. And there our entire English comes up. And here doesn't mean that, I mean, those who are not from mathematical background, or anything related to maths, they might think, why would I write about pie chart or a graph, or a line graph, something like that. I'm completely, because initially when I also thought what task one is all about, line graphs and pie charts and all. Yeah, then I mean, it is one of the questions. Then I thought, how would math is included in IELTS? It is not at all related to mathematics. It's the illustration. So all you need to see is whatever it is there in the data and everything, the diagram, understand the diagram and write it in sentences. They only check your language here, how well you're minusing from this to that. That is not the problem here. Okay, just use the data and write a write the task one. Okay, so let's see. We'll do today a the types of questions are bar graph, line graph, pie chart, multiple graphs, or multiple, even it can be two. For example, a bar graph and a line graph can come. A pie chart and a table can come. Okay, so table is not included. Even table is also can also be a one of the the question types. Okay, so only one question is given, guys. So mostly students ask, sir, how many questions are given? So line graph, multiple graphs are given, you said, right? But only one question will be given, either a bar graph or a multiple graphs. That means only one question. Okay, that is for 20 minutes you need to answer. Within 20 minutes you need to answer, and you have to write not less than 150 words. Okay, like we said, task 2 essay, you need to write 250 words, not less than 250 words. You can go up to more than 250, but here task 1, 150 words and 20 minutes. Okay, remember this. So process diagram and maps, and also table is also included. So we are going to do a bar graph today. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so the chart below shows the total number of minutes in billions of telephone calls in UK, divided into three categories from 1995 to 2002. Okay. So here, uh, here also in task one, you're going to write four paragraphs. So the paragraph size is not required here. In four paragraphs, you need to divide it. First will be introduction. If you want, you can write it down. First will be introduction. And introduction can be only one sentence also, hardly one to two sentences. Okay. So in task one, first one is introduction, just like essay, but second one is different. In task one, second paragraph is overview. Overview. Yes. Second one is overview, second paragraph, and third and fourth paragraphs are explanation paragraphs. Okay. So in this way, you need to write four paragraphs for task one. Okay. Yes. So again, I'm repeating. First para would be, okay. First para would be introduction. Second para is overview, and third and fourth are explanations. Explanation paragraph. That means you're explaining the entire illustration. So what is introduction here? Introduction is just like, again, you need to like essay, you need to convert the question and paraphrase it into your own words and then write it. That's it. You're not going to write extra thesis statement like unlike essay. Here you're only going to change that question. For example, the question is the chart below shows till 2002, right? So you're going to change that and paraphrase that question, and it can come as one sentence also. Obviously, it is one sentence, right? So that one sentence is your introduction. Okay, hardly if you want to write another sentence, if it is you won't get even one sentence, a second sentence also for this, right? You're just writing it in one sentence. Okay, so one sentence introduction is what it is required here. Okay, then second is overview, right? First we're going to see how you would construct a sentence on your own. Okay, so the question is in front of you guys. Okay, I want everyone to write an introductory sentence for this question. Okay, so I'm giving you 5 minutes. The chart from here to here is the question, and you can also see the entire what is it there in the y-axis, x-axis, and what is all it's there. So once you get the diagram in front of you or the illustration in front of you, you're going to check everything. That is what for 2 to 3 minutes you're going to do. What you're going to do, you are not going directly going to write the answer for 2 to 3, but at least for 2 minutes. You're going to check what is there, what is the diagram all about, read the question carefully. Okay, then what you're going to do, introduction. So now I want everyone to write an introduction of one sentence. Okay, for this question. Start, guys. Your 5 minutes starts now. Madhu, what is it? Okay. So I want only introduction. Okay. We'll talk about overview later. Sorry, I changed. Okay, those who are constructing the sentences, I don't want any repetition of the words. Okay, okay. So for like for country names, I think you cannot change. For UK, I think you can write England, but for Canada, you can't write a different word, right? So wherever, I mean, 99% you need to change the paraphrasing. Okay, you need to do the paraphrasing. So that is the catch here. Sorry. So I want you to completely change word by word also, like we did it for essay, right? So even if you want to do in that way also, it's fine. But I don't want you to use the exact words. Okay. So that's the criteria for introduction or any other thing. So I believe you can start typing the question, I mean answers or the introduction. Yes. So you can type your introductions. Yes, almost. Yes, many of you have given. Wow, very good. Okay, someone asked how many marks for this one. This is, see, it is divided into um, 3 and 6 bands. So 3 bands you can talk, we can say. So they have officially not declared, but because the word limit is less and time is less, word limit is 150, right? Compared to essay is 250, and that is 40 minutes essay, and this is only 20 minutes. So 3 bands for task one and 6 bands for task two. Okay, so in that way, please show back. Yes, I did that. Yes, so many responses. Very good. Awesome. Awesome, guys. I might not be able to read all of them. I'll read some of them. Okay. Yes. 1 second. I need to. Just give me one moment, guys. I did. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Now let me read. So, yes, I'm reading Fatima's. The illustrations is the description of the telephonic calls in UK. The call types are local, national, international. Okay. So there's only one illustration, by the way. You can say the singular one. The illustration is the description of the telephonic calls in UK. Okay. The call types are local. Okay. But it's not only calls, it's not only telephone calls. The catch here is minutes in those calls. It's not about how billions of calls, it's minutes in the calls, minutes of the call, right? So that is one thing you need to take care of. It's not calls, it's minutes of calls. Both are different, isn't it? So be careful. Then Shubham has said the bar graph illustrates, okay? Because when bar graph is singular, then the verb illustration or illustrate is illustrate should be with yes. So the bar graph illustrates the combined time spent in billions of minutes. Very good. In 3 different kinds of categories. So categories word you have used. Okay. Instead of categories, you would have used 3 different call types. Okay. In the United Kingdom from 1995. Okay. Then I'll read Krishna Puranas. The given bar chart illustrates the total count of minutes in billions. It's in billions, right? Not only 1 billion. in billions for three various types of telephone calls, namely local, mobile, and national international calls in UK. Okay, taken. Good. Then Soumya, from the above graph, we came to know the statistics of overall mobile communications made by UK citizens between 1994 2002. Okay, mobile communication, overall mobile communications, uh, in the range of minutes you need to write, right? Billions of minutes. So that billions of minutes is missing again. Okay, okay. Otherwise, it's fine, Soumya. So the chart gives us the okay. Who else? Okay, Shikhar Singh. Let's see what it is. Mobile is the lifeline of human relations. As you see in the report, the graph shows actually increase in starting. Okay, this first sentence is not required, Shikhar. Okay, the reason is you're not going to inculcate any ideas of your own here. That means whatever the illustration is, you're going to write directly that. Okay, is no need to write extra point that okay, which is not there in it. Okay, this is in essay you can actually generate these ideas. Okay, so whether it is related, I mean, it is required for the human life and it is important or not, he has not given in that illustration. He has just given that in these years they have done these things, or they have used these many minutes for different call types. That is what we have tried. Okay. Yes. So that's the reason I laughed. I'm sorry. Yes, which signifies the human relationships become strong due to mobile phones and telecommunication. Shikhar, you need to only concentrate on the given thing. Okay, exactly. You need to change it. Okay, whether human relations have been improved or not, we don't know. So no predictions are to be done. Okay. Yes. So let me read Tarun Namala. Namala. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm reading wrong last names. The above bar graph represents the number of telephone calls that you should use. Okay, that have been called from various devices and forms of telecommunication devices. Again, devices. Okay, from UK. If various devices is enough, various telecommunication devices enough. From it's not from the UK, in the UK. Okay, yes, in the UK. So it's not about only calls, Tarun. It's minutes in the calls. Okay, they are actually representing the billions of minutes in the calls that you need to mention. Billions of minutes in the call. Okay, then let me read Lakaij Nitin. Okay, so he said the chart give the chart given. It's not given. um, or the chart gives the information, at least the chart gives the information about the telephone call minutes, which was observed across three categories in United Kingdom. Again, many of you have written calls in minutes, calls in billions of minutes. Okay, yes, or the billions of minutes used in calls, that you can write, otherwise it's fine. So let me read Ramesh is the last one. Ramesh Anantoju. Okay, so the chart showing the count of minutes of telephone calls in the UK, and by contrast divided. So by contrast, there's nothing contrast here, contrasting thing done here. So those that contrasting word can be used in later part. Okay, so you're not going to show any contrasting here. You're just telling that yes, these and these are used. Okay, according to the introduction. So by contrast is something which is not required here. Divided into which is divided into three major classifications. Good. So categories he has used classifications. Very good. Very good. Okay. Yes. Okay. So yes. Let's see if we have any introduction. Yes. So the possible nine band introduction can be in this way. This is not the only way to write again. You can write the people who have written really well. Those are also considered. Okay. So the bar chart compares the amount of the bar chart. So here the chart is given, right? So here you're changing from the chart to the bar chart. Obviously, it's a bar chart, right? So that is the change we have done. We can't change for the chart anything else, isn't it? So the bar chart shows. So above and below, it's not required. When we are writing the answer, there wouldn't be any what do you call them? Illustration or diagram. So you're just writing the answer in the answer paper, right? So above and below, you can take it off. So compares, shows, compares. See, the total number of minutes, the amount of time. See, the total number of minutes he has used, amount of time. So these are the phrases where you can actually remember these things, so that you can use it in your examination. Okay. So total amount of time. Then in millions, obviously, of telephone calls in UK. So people spent or spent by people in the UK on three different types of phone call or three different call types. Some people we can also write three different call types, which are local, national, mobiles. Even you can write that also. Okay. In between the years 1995 to 2002. So here from 1995 hyphen 2002 is given. So this also we can change in between the years, in between 1995 and 2002. So this is the beautiful way of doing it. I mean, like completely paraphrasing the question into introduction. And this is the one sentence introduction, guys. This is what it requires. No need to write a big introduction here. No. Okay. So whatever the question is, change it into your introduction with paraphrasing. Okay. Then comes, okay. Then comes overview. Okay. So what is overview? When you look into the diagram, when you look into the diagram or the illustration or the given diagram, whatever is prominent or whatever is very, very like eye catchy, or what is very, let me tell you in few easier thing. What is very high and what is very low? That is what we see, right? Okay. Yes. So when a person walks in, yes, we all see how well the person is dressed and how he or she is walking, isn't it? How beautiful her or his smile is, isn't it? So obviously, when you see the diagram at first, what is that you? It is very prevalent and which is very eye catchy out there. That is what the overview is. Okay. Overall, what you can see or what is the highlight of that illustration is that you're going to write it into overview. That is overview, guys. Okay. So yes, I'll not directly go to the overview thing. I want you to construct an overview. So what is overview? Take a sentence. Here is saying something. Take a sentence or two to explain. Obviously, you need to write the sentence in two sentences. The overview should be in two sentences at least. Okay. And what is the observation of the graph and give a summary to the graph. So overall, what you can see from the entire illustration, you're going to write it, and you can write it in two sentences. Okay. So you can start something like this. Overall, we can see the starting phrase or the starting words could be these things. Overall, we can see that. Okay. You can start with that. Okay. Those who want to know, tell the examiner that obviously we are telling the examiner, the one who's correcting a paper. We are telling that, yes, guy, okay, this is the overview. And the first phrase of it, the first word or two words will tell that this is the overview, because we are starting with overall. We can see that. Okay. We can clearly see that these kind of words you can write. Okay. So I want you to construct an overview. What is very prominent here? Okay. Let's see how would you write. Again, we are going to discuss about the overview. Yes, you have 5 minutes. Start, guys. Start, write the overview in your rough book. and then type it in the chat box if you really want to do it really well. Or if you're really good at typing, you can do it typing directly in the chat box. Okay, start. Do the overview also. So you will start it with overall we can see, or it is clear that these are the two words or phrases you can use. Yes, you have 5 minutes. I know many of you might thinking like sir is asking us to do first. Yes, guys, there is no spoon feeding here. It is not teaching, it is training. So I want you to do first and then see what I can help you in that. Okay. So this is the way it goes. Okay. Even when I've done my training from British Council for IELTS train the trainer program, no one taught me anything. They used to just say, okay, these things are there, and we need to do everything. So definitely, I'm going to help you. That is the reason we are taking this session, right? And once you write your writings, then definitely I'll read through them, some of them, and will tell you where you can improve. Okay, that is the trainer's job, right? So I want you to write and send it to me. Let me see if someone has sent. Okay, guys, you can start typing your responses. So, so your overview should be given now. Can you please send your overview sentences? Yes, I got one response. Lovely Saiba, she has sent. Overall, British citizens talked over the local landlines the most. Very good. The mobile phones gained a huge popularity over the time, especially after the year 2000. Okay, can be taken. Nice. I mean, using popularity, popular. Yes, good word usage. I mean, good vocabulary. Nikun Shah has typed overall. What we can see in the there chart there be two modes of communication. So something is missing, Nikunj. Overall, what we can see in the chart is that there are two modes of communication, telecom, and mobiles. Okay, instead of, you can directly write, right? Two modes of communication. Actually, there are three, but yes, local, national, and mobile, right? These are the ones. Okay. Mm, three modes of communication. That is what we can see, that the change in preferences of using the mode of communication, where people from UK started to prefer mobile phones over. Oh my gosh, where is the sentence ending? So you need to work on your sentence constructions, Nikunj. Okay, so it is not clear, the second sentence. So full comma should be there after communication, where people from UK started to prefer mobile phones over telephone calling. Okay, okay, but your sentence construction should be proper. Okay, let's see Shubham's. Shubham Supanekar, right? Yes. What he's telling is, overall, the minutes spent on local calls is most popular over the period with national and international calls, and okay, and calls on mobile phones second and third respectively. Okay, the national and international calls and the calls on mobile both have risen over the period. Okay, can be taken, but don't need to write such a big overall overview. But it's fine. Two sentence. Oh, okay. Nooreen Fatima. Let's read hers. Overall, we can see that that the year, okay, that the year are represented on the x-axis and the minutes of billions are shown on y-axis. Okay, but what is prevalent? That is what we need, right? What is high? What is low? That is what you need to write. And the local calls are rapidly increasing. Okay, from 1995 to 1999, and being reduced by whom? Okay, so that sentence construction should be there. Okay, there the usage is less. Okay, no one is reducing it, the usage is less. Okay, someone said to reduce it. No, no one said. It has done automatically, right? It had happened automatically, I mean, at that point of time. So being reduced is what you need to take off, and instead of that you can write has been used less. Then, meanwhile, the national international mobiles are rising. Okay. But overview is all, write it in two sentences where it talks about two things at least. Okay. Okay. So let's read Kirtana's. Overall, it clearly shows a constant surge in local communications, whereas mobile calls saw a decline comparatively. However, mobile communications, okay, mobile calls minutes spent picked up, picked up. Two past tenses will not come together. Kirtana. Spent on were picked up or spent. Um, Mobile calls were picked up. You can say that again. Spent and picked up again. It is not going hand in hand. I don't know somehow. Okay. Mobile calls picked up. You can just write picked up apparently. By 2002 in the UK. Okay, but okay, I can take that. Just that spent and picked up. Those two are not going hand in hand. Just take spent aside. Then all are copycats from Google. No, I don't think so. Some people are actually using their own sentences. So, Madhu, please don't comment on them. Yes, I strictly don't like these things. Okay, at least they're trying something, right? Okay, so we learn things, we copy from others, and we do things, isn't it? I mean, even the language is learned in that way, I believe. I mean, I'm not talking about Madhu's comment here, but usually what happens when we learn things, we see things, we copy them, and we inculcate in our thing, and then we it comes out in a beautiful manner, right? Even the language I used to hear, I used to see them, see the English people, how they speak and all. Then even when teachers, when they teach, right, we observe them. Even a small kid also observes us, right? After one year, 2 years, they start observing the adults around them, how they speak. They start speaking. So language, anything we see, we get inspired, and when they do it. So no comments, guys, please. Okay. Hi, sorry to interrupt you. Can you just check mine? What is it? Okay. Okay. Soumya, altogether, we can notice that the different call types are having a gradual changes respectively from every year. And by the end of 2002, we can clearly see that the people are more preferred, more preferred to use mobile calls, or people were preferring more to use mobile calls. Okay. Okay, one more thing, guys. uh, just check what year the illustration is in. Obviously, if it is in the past, definitely if the years are in the past, use always past tense. Okay, I didn't feel anyone using any present tense or any other tense. So if the years are in future tense, for example 2015, something is given, the illustration is about future, then will and would will come. But if the years are in the past, even if it is 2023, then he's talking about in the month of the for the month till April, and you're writing the exam in May, right? So then also it will come in the past, isn't it? So be careful of those things, okay? So when the illustration is all about, or what are the dates, and then write accordingly, because even tenses, it's an English examination end of the day, right? So tenses are very important, okay? Okay, the last one I'm going to read now. After a brief outlook, the bar graph Amit has given. Amit Kottapalli, yeah. Yes. The bar graph clearly shows a great spike in call duration spent on mobiles. Also, there's gradual increment of the for the national international fixed communication. Moreover, the local fixed line numbers shows huge fluctuations. Okay. Okay. Someone has said steal like an artist. Okay. Okay. We all get inspired, right? That is, we get inspiration for them from them. See, no one can learn like Ekalavya without seeing or knowing the thing, right? So we need to we need to copy. Then only we can see. There's one saying, um, fake it up till you become real, isn't it? So practice by seeing things. Okay. Yes. So let's see the real illustration of the overview, which is a 9 band. And this shouldn't be the only thing. You can also, some of them you have really typed really, I mean, given the really good illustration of this overview. So the overview here is, obviously you can give in this way also. It is clear that calls made via local fixed lines were the most popular type in terms of overall usage throughout the period shown. If you can see, he has not used any data here. So in overview, without using any data, you can write an overview beautifully. And all the data, dates, percentages, you can use it in the later paragraphs, explanation paragraphs. isn't it? So in the overview, you can write without this data, the dates and all. Okay. So throughout the period shown is what he's talking about from 1996 to 2002 or 1995. Okay. Whatever it is. Okay. So throughout the period shown, right? So that is what he's talking about. And then, so he's talking about it is always popular. If you can see local fixed lines in all the years, it's always higher than the other two. So for that, he's just telling simply, if you use this kind of paraphrasing, definitely it will be really nice. If you use this kind of vocab, like here the vocab here is throughout the period shown in terms of overall usage. Guys, underline these things, copy these things. I'm telling you to, and use this in your task once. Definitely, no one will stop you to score more than, I mean, 7+ bands, even in writing also. Okay, so use these things. The lowest figures on the chart are the mobile calls, but this category also saw the dramatic increase. See, the dramatic increase, it has gone to a great from somewhere around 4, it went to somewhere around 40, near to 40, right? So, but this category also saw the most dramatic increase in user minutes. End of the day, it's all about user minutes, right? Isn't it? Users using the minutes, isn't it? So this beautifully you can write. Here, the lowest figures is a vocab. Okay. Dramatic increase is a vocab. Okay. Also saw. Okay. And user minutes. All these are vocabs. Nice, sentences. So you can use it. So he has used it in 2 sentences, and he has talked about high and low, isn't it? He talked about this and this one. Okay. Even though the mobile calls were low, by the end of the period it increased, right? That's what he's saying. Okay. So yes, so this is overview without giving any data. Simply write an overview. You're just giving what overall what you can see. Okay. Next comes the explanation paragraph. Next two paragraphs are, okay. What are the next two paragraphs explanations? Okay. In 1995, people in UK used fixed lines for a total of over just 70 billion minutes for local calls. So he's talking about this thing, the starting one, local fixed line, just over 70. He's not giving the sub points or micro measurements here. He's just saying over, just over 70 billion minutes. When there is no micro measurements given here, you can simply talk like this, just over 70 billion minutes. What are those local calls? And about half of that amount of the time for national international calls. So national is correct, exactly half to it. Not exactly, but about, isn't it? Nearly, isn't it? For that also, here the vocab is the amount of time spent on national and international calls is about. So about half of the amount of time spent on national and international calls. Okay. Then by contrast, here someone typed by contrast future, right? In the previous thing. So by contrast is used here. See why? For the first two things, it is going high. He's talking about this and this much, but it is different than these two. Local and national calls are little higher, isn't it? But the mobile calls were with the very least, isn't it? So by contrast, mobile phones were only used around 4 million minutes. Here also is using around. Here you used over, just over. Here used around, for about. All these things is not used only just over, just over, just over in all the ways. Okay. So this is the range of vocab you need to observe. Okay. So what is the range of vocab here? Just over. Here he said about, for about, and here for around. Okay. 4 billion minutes. Over the following 4 years, the four figures of all three call types of phone calls increased steadily. So next 4 years, definitely all the call types were increasing, isn't it? That's what he said. But after that, the local fixed lines started decreasing, but other two went on increasing steadily. So here, the vocabs you need to concentrate in this paragraph are, uh, yes, just over, and then about half of that amount. You can say that that is a good phrase. Okay. And by contrast is a good vocabulary or phrase. For around, then over the following, and then increase steadily. Okay. Increase steadily. So by contrast, I use okay. Very good if you used it here. So by contrast means however. Okay, Ramesh. By contrast means however. So you need to know where to use the that word also. So why we are using however here? Because these two calls are high. They have like very good minutes, billions of minutes. But compared to these two, mobile calls were only 4 billion minutes. For that, by contrast. Okay. Yes. So now let's see the other paragraph of the explanation. There is no conclusion used. No, there is no conclusion. Only introduction, overview, two paragraphs of explanation. That's it. So another last paragraph of explanation is this. By 1999, the amount of time spent on local calls using landlines had reached a peak of 90 billion minutes. See, so by 1999, in the year 1999, it reached to the peak. So the vocab is reached to the peak. Okay, instead of saying it increased or went high, instead of saying that reached to the peak, if you use this terminology, it would be good, right? Then subsequently the figure for this category fell. That means after that it slowly got decreased, right? But the raise in the other two call types or phone calls increased. Okay, but the raise in other two phone call types increased, went on increasing. That's what I said, right? And a call continued to increase. Then in 2002, the number of minutes of national and international landline calls passed 60 billion minutes, and the figure of the mobiles rose to around 40 billion minutes. So in the end, he just explained this. National international calls went above 40, okay, or went above 50. I'm sorry, or it came very near to 60. You can say that too. Yes, it is above 60. I'm sorry. Okay, and then mobiles were above above 45 billion minutes. Okay. Yes, around. Here also used the around, past. Okay, these are the things you need to use. And vocab here you can use speak. Subsequently is a great vocab. Okay, guys, underline these or write somewhere. Okay, when you come across this. And what else you can use? You can use surpass also, past. Okay, all these things. Okay, while the figure of mobile calls rose. And one more thing, one more illustration he has forgot. I mean, it is not there here. Can you observe what is it? Can you type that illustration, that one illustration which is not there, which is very prevalent? I'm sorry. Can you type that one more illustration which we can see it really well, but that is not there here. Maybe already 150 words it has crossed. That is the reason he stopped. I mean, it is not there, but one more illustration is missing, which is quite uh, visible. Can you type that, all of you? After that, we'll close the session. Okay. Yes. One explanation which is not there, or we have not done it, and which we can see it in the diagram. What is it? Okay, I'll give you a hint about it. It's about local fixed line. Yes. What is it all about? Local fixed line, Ravi Teja. Can you type that? Landline. No, it's not about landline. No, no, dear, no, dear. It's not about landline. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Okay. See, both the years had almost 90 billion minutes. Okay, Amit has said something. Raise the hands. No. Okay. Local fixed line showed gradually increase and no Kirtana, not that one. I'm not talking about that one. Okay, I'll tell you. I can't wait. See, local fixed line started above 70, right? And it also ended by 70 billion minutes only. I mean, above just around 70 billion minutes, isn't it? It started and ended in the same way. Okay, so this illustration was not there. Okay, so if you want, you can write it. So this is only 150 words. And guys, I always tell my students as a hint that complete this task one in 15 to 16 minutes, read that and then jump off to task two. Okay, because task two is has more weightage and you're borrowing time from task one to task two so that you can um write it effectively, because task two has more things to I mean, thought process goes on a lot, isn't it? But task one is all about there in the illustration. So what you'll do is introduction, one sentence, overview, two sentences, explanation, 3 to 4 sentences, two paragraphs you're going to write, and 150 words is done, it's done. And you can write up to I mean, you can write up to 170, 180. It's not a big deal, but don't waste a lot of time on task one. Jump off to task two. Okay. Yes, that's what yeah, the thing is. Yes. Any other questions, guys? Yes. Any other questions on it? Yes. So these are the types of task ones, another bar graph. Okay. So you can access it from our website. You can just go through them. Okay. How to write effectively bar graphs. Okay. Yes, we have these things. And then yes, we also have line graphs too. You can go through the line graphs. Okay, it's how to illustrate a line graph. All the illustrations has to be written in 4 paragraphs: introduction, overview, paragraph, explanation, paragraph one, explanation, paragraph. That's it. So it's all same for the all the illustrations, even for the diagram also. For example, here are multiple things. I mean, sorry, these are the nouns or vocabs you can use. For example, instead of raise, you can use an increase, a growth, a peak. So the vocabulary, this is also there in our worksheets. You can go through it. Okay. So for something is falling, what you can use? Declining, decrease. Okay. This is the vocabulary. So we can't discuss each and everything, right? But all are one in the same. It all has same 4 paragraphs. Yes. So you can go through our entire um, worksheet and you can know. Okay. Yes. So this is all about bar graph, how to write a bar graph. Okay. And also your homework is go through these line graph also. Okay. Line graph, and also how to write an effective illustration is also explained, just like it is written over there. You can go through it. Okay. Yes. Thank you, guys. Any other questions for me? Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, I believe it's no. So let me hand over the call to ma'am. Uh, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So all yours.
Thanks. So yeah, I just saw a message which said that where we can find the file, right? So